Yeah, it was a very good feeling for all the fans with us. 3 points. I don't think can I get any better there.
Nigel Lonvite there talking to Sam Avery after the game on Saturday. And Sam, nice interview that. Nice, short interview, short answers, but seems like a really nice chap. And, the fact that he scored a wonder goal and the side had got 3 points was a good day, good afternoon and a very good evening for Wycombe fans.
Yeah. I mean, short trip, short journey back and a very enjoyable one for the Wycombe fans, and you could probably hear it in his voice, but Nigel Lonvite just didn't stop smiling throughout the whole interview. He had this beaming smile on his face. To score a goal like that, particularly as a centre half, and for your first goal for a club as well, absolutely remarkable. He's 9-10 yards out and he connects with it brilliantly. It's right into the corner. It's a really well taken overhead kick, and thoroughly deserving of helping Wycombe get 3 points.
It's one of those, isn't it? If you get it right, it's genius. If you get it wrong, you look like an. I think that's why players don't do it more often. In congested penalty areas, it's quite difficult to do anyway, at the risk of connecting with somebody's head. But if you do get it wrong, you just look like a clown, don't you?
Well, I must admit, when he was lining up to go for the overhead kick, I was thinking, oh no, you're a centre-back.
Did you know it was coming? You could see it coming, could you?
Because it was just dropping slightly behind him and he'd very quickly adjusted.
Wow.
So you could tell before he was about to do it that he was going to try and pull off an overhead kick. And I have to admit, I was thinking, oh no, you're a centre-back, this could go horribly wrong. But thankfully it went very right.
It did go really right. Look, in the big scheme of things at the moment, all Wycombe have got to play for is, continued momentum to finish off the season, which I think is hugely important for Matt Bloomfield. In this first season, in his transition of the football club, I think it's important. But actually, the victory on Saturday has come at a time when Wycombe have, put some pretty good results together. Victory over Cheltenham. They went well against Barnsley, and maybe some decisions went wrong from the referee and from the players making decisions. And then victory at Reading as well. There's been some good results. He certainly steadied the ship from what was going on earlier in the season. And if they can push on, I would imagine the aim is just top 10. That would be the aim, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think it's within their reach as well. Certainly victory over Wigan tonight would help with that, because Wigan are just above them and they would go level on points with the Latics with victory here this evening. Completely. Finish as high as possible. They've obviously got the EFL Trophy final to look forward to as well. Players playing for their places. There's still a lot to look forward to. Between now and the end of the season. Bloomfield, I think at this stage now is going to be looking ahead to next season. Right, who does he want here next season?
Yeah, definitely.
And players are playing for places next season, as well as I think for the final at Wembley. So there's still so much to play for. There's still so much to learn about this squad. Really interesting that he's thrown Ravazoli in there again tonight with Straight back from suspension.
Yeah, what's that about? What do you reckon? What do you reckon?
I think he really likes his kicking. I think he really likes his distribution. He effectively set up the second goal for Wycombe. He drop kicked it all the way to Sam Vokes. It was a perfect kick from Ravazoli. Vokes brought it down, set it wide for Campbell, who won the penalty, which won the game for Wycombe. And that was one of many long kicks from Ravazoli which were bang on the money, particularly when Vokes came onto the pitch, because obviously if you feed Vokes and you put it into his area, he's going to bring it down and bring others into play. Whereas Strake's kick, as much as he's a brilliant shot stopper, Strake, his kicking can be a bit wayward. Whereas Ravazoli's was on the money almost every single time against Reading. I think that really impressed Bloomfield, and that's why he's kept his place tonight. I
think it's really the goalkeeper situation more and more as we, and I'm widening this out a little bit now as a conversation, Sam, but more and more, when I first started watching football, you had your number one, and he would play pretty much every game unless his head fell off. He was the number one. The reserve goalkeeper, sometimes you didn't even know who it was. Genuinely, you didn't even know who it was, because that goalkeeper would just play. More and more, we're seeing sides, this has happened over the last, let's say, 10, 15 years. We're seeing sides rotate goalkeepers, goalkeepers that are in form, goalkeepers that can bring you something a little bit different. If you look at Stevenage, goodness me, they have a different goalkeeper every week.
Yeah, and looking at the very top level, when Arsenal signed David Raya from Brentford, that caused a massive stir because everyone thought Ramsdale was Arsenal's number one. And interestingly, Wigan have a similar situation. So their goalkeeper today is Sam Tickle. He's been ever present in the league this season, just 21 years of age. He's done very well this season, but he replaced Ben Amos, who came through Manchester United's academy. He's had a very very good career. He was their number one goalkeeper in the Championship last season. Sam Tickle, before this season, had made just one league appearance, and for whatever reason, Sean Maloney, the manager, decided over the summer, Tickle's my new number one, and he has been all season. So yeah, I mean, there are reasons. There's obviously a reason behind that, and he's done very well. But yeah, I completely agree with you. You know, goalkeeping's changed. It's a lot more about kicking, and it's a lot more about playing for your place rather than just having a number one.